All right, y'all. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Good evening, everybody. What's going on? All right, y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me? Hold up. Good evening, everybody. The dark skin activist is in the building. I want to make sure that everybody can hear me before I keep going. All right, so testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. And just so you guys know, sometimes there's a delay on YouTube with the sound. So right now I'm starting early simply because I wanted to make sure that there is no delay, that you guys can hear me. So that's what I'm doing right now, pretty much doing a sound check. Hey, Riri, I got a treat for y'all tonight. All right. It is the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober. I'm in the building. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all share this video because I got a treat for y'all. I got a treat for y'all. I got a wonderful dark-skinned man who's an educated Black man, an author, an entrepreneur. He gonna talk to you dark-skinned women and you Black women about how y'all can avoid darkism and some other things we're gonna be talking about, y'all. I got a treat for y'all. But first of all, for those of you that don't know, I am the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. I'm the creator, the inventor, the designer, the architect of the first platform in history for dark skin, known as dark skin activism. I created this platform in 1998 before anybody talked about dark skin, before anybody talked about colorism. And I have this play that I wrote and produced, and I'm directing, playing the characters in. It is the definitive play about dark skin. It's called A Dark Skin Woman's Revenge. I will be performing in Atlanta, Georgia on June 26th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is my website, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. You can get your tickets. Now, I'm selling 2 types of tickets. The first type is if you're not in Atlanta, you can watch this from home, from anywhere in the world. You simply go to darkskinactivist.com. You click that buy now button and purchase your pay-per-view live stream ticket and do a watch party. The tickets are only $44.99. You guys, like I said, you can watch it from anywhere in the world, from the comfort of your own home, just like you watching me right now. Now, if you are in Atlanta, you want to come to the show live and see me in person, come on out. I'm going to be at the White Label, located at 349 Decatur Street, Southeast, Unit M in Atlanta, Georgia, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you scroll on down, you click that buy now button. So just to recap, I got the watch from home pay-per-view live stream tickets. Click that buy now button. Scroll on down. If you want to come out in person and you're in Atlanta, click that buy now button. Now, if you want to read my book, which everybody should want to read the book, it's called Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. If you want to read the book, you go to darkskinactivist.com and you scroll on down and you fill out the information in this box and you can download a free copy of my book entitled Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. So all these goodies are for you, my play that you can watch from home or in person on June 26th, and my book, Darkism. All you need to do is go to darkskinactivist.com. All right, guys, I want y'all to get the likes up. All right. I have a brother that I'm pleased to bring on this platform because I love what this brother stands for. And he's going to be joining us shortly. He's going to be in the building shortly. And in fact, I have to make sure that I go behind the scenes to when he comes on, I have to make sure I know that he's here. So his name, this is our brother tonight, King Kevin Dorable, is going to be joining us tonight, and he's going to be talking to us about what he does. He's going to be talking to us about the situations around darkism and dating. And I want you guys to just really sit back, and I want you to enjoy, because I'm going to enjoy. I know I do a lot of talking. I run my mouth constantly about dark skin, but y'all got to remember the whole mission of dark skin activism has always been to bring the black man back to the dark skinned black woman and balanced numbers. And I've always said, I said, listen, I know that black men are not going to date exclusively dark skinned women. I know that. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up for this brother, because he's going to be in the building in a few minutes. I got that. Y'all know where I got that from. Get the likes up. Got that from O'Shea. Shout out to O'Shea. I'm just honored to have him. I've actually known him for a while, and I do have a lot of respect for him, and I have a lot of respect for the work that he does. You know, he works in the community. He does mentoring. He does so many wonderful things to actually help and empower black people, and that's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. And my thing is this: who better to advise black women on what we can be doing, how we can empower ourselves in terms of dating and relationships. Corey the Black Vegan, I like your name, Corey the Black Vegan. Shout out to the vegans. I'm vegan as well, Corey. You said, I am new to this platform. I thought the colorism issue among black people was dead, but this is making me realize it's still a real thing. And you know what? It is. And you know, I've done so much work creating the first platform ever to address colorism, darkism, before there was YouTube. And I can tell you right now, Corey, in the black community, we've been fighting and we've been battling what I call darkism, but we've been fighting colorism and darkism and dark skin discrimination for forever. For forever. Okay. Oh, Black Caesar. Oh, okay. Black Caesar. I'm glad you said that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, because this brother, I think his views, and we're going to see tonight if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I think his views are sort of in opposition in a lot of ways to Game Changer. So I'm going to make sure that when we get to the questions, I'm going to pose this to him and let him know who Game Changer is, because now that you mention it, I think that might be a good debate. Let's read about this brother. Let's do this right here. This is what I want to do. He's going to be joining us at 6 o'clock. King Kevin Dorville, and his website is kevindorville.com. Okay. And that's the website we're on right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop that website in the chat box for you guys. There you go. And that's where I'm at right now, because I want you guys to know something, a little bit about our special guest tonight. So let's go over his biography right here. Biography of King Kevin Dorville. Brother King Kevin Dorville, African Haitian entrepreneur, philanthropist, two-time author, and is considered an up-and-coming change agent. He is a graduate of Florida Atlantic University, where he received his bachelor's degree in political science and a minor in marketing. God has blessed him with the ability to motivate people in an unbelievably dynamic fashion. You will have no choice but to get motivated to push through any adversity after listening to him passionately speak, read one of his 3 books, or a casual conversation. And this is all true, because I've talked to this brother many a times, and he is very engaging, very dynamic, very sincere, very passionate, and I just respect what he does. Let me keep reading. He has developed a keen awareness for the community and has worked with numerous schools, churches, universities, and local organizations throughout Florida, Georgia, Haiti, and in London to reduce the school to prison pipeline. Oh man, you guys, you gotta love that. See what I was telling you? This brother, and I'm just going back and forth and checking to make sure that he's not there, because I sent him out the link to join us. His name is King Kevin Dorville. That's my special guest tonight, and he's going to be joining us at 6 p.m. But I just kind of wanted to sort of talk about his biography and who he is, so that you guys know who he is. Of course, he's going to come on and he's going to talk about who he is and what he does. But I'm telling you from my perspective, from what I know of him personally and his own biography that's right here at his website. So you guys, yeah, this is going to be exciting. And I love the fact that this brother, he's on Facebook, has worked with children to reduce the school to prison pipeline. That's real, because I'm an educator myself. And I could tell you, there is a war that's on to, shout out to Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu, just thinking about him, the war that's on to destroy our Black boys, and we can't let that happen. So we got a soldier here in our brother King Kevin Dorable, and I so respect and appreciate it, because we talk about people all the time that, you know, they talk about what the issues are in the Black community. This is going wrong with the Black community. That's going wrong with the Black community. But we have a brother here that actually is doing something. And that's the important part about it. You can't just talk about the problem, you got to do. So let's keep going, because I want you guys to know who this brother is. Today, Sweet Georgia is his new home, where he hopes to expand his empire and to find the lifelong treasures of Proverbs 31:10 wife, who he plans on starting a family with. Oh, there we go. There we go. I think, hold on, y'all. I think we got the brother on the phone here. Y'all just give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. All right. All right, y'all. That was our brother King. He was King Kevin Dorable. He gave me a call. Yes. These dark-skinned men love me, honey. Ah! They love me. That was him on the phone. And he's let me know that he's about to be in the building, but I got to finish talking about him because I got so much respect for him. I've known him for a while. He was actually on my show before, and I'm just like inspired by him, and I love the work that he does. So let me finish reading his biography. Today, Sweet Georgia is his new home, where he hopes to expand his empire and to find the lifelong treasure of a Proverbs 31:10 wife, who he plans on starting a family with. His life story is riddled with drugs, crime, poverty, and failures, all of which he miraculously was able to turn around and defeated the odds by placing God first and keeping his eyes on the prize, speaking the future into existence. Oh, I love this. God willing, he will help hundreds of thousands avoid the traps of the criminal justice system. In 2013, he published an inspirational autobiography and stage play, The Courage to Believe, Never Give Up. You know what? I love it. I love it. And his books, let me tell you, and I'm just waiting for him I'm checking back and forth because he's going to be in the building, and I'm just, I got to look back at the StreamYard part where I add him to the stream. His books that he's written some amazing books. He's the author of 7 Types of King's Desire. That's one of his books. Let's see. Let's go to, you guys can see, I'm on his website right now. So this is KevinDorable.com. Once again, KevinDorable.com. All right. One of his books, here it is right here, 7 Types of King's Desire. And I would highly recommend that you guys, you go and you get this book and you support this brother, because he is doing an amazing work. Let's go back. So this is one of the books that he's written. He's also the author of, let's go back to the online store here. He's also the author of The Courage to Believe, Never Give Up. There we go. And this is what initially attracted me to King Kevin, was his story of overcoming, like he said in the biography, drugs, poverty, crime. I believe he lived down in South Florida for a while. When I first interviewed the brother, he lived down in South Florida, and he came on my channel, and y'all can go back and look at that. He's on my channel. We did an interview. I want to say it's been about maybe like 3 years ago or something like that. And he just overcame so much, y'all. Y'all got to understand, I respect when a person fights against the odds, especially a black man, all the stuff that black men go through. This brother was able to overcome, able to get his degree. He has a bachelor's degree in political science, which I have my master's degree in political science. So that's something that we had in common. And, you know, he works in the community, and to me, he's an activist. And he's going to tell you his own story out of his own mouth when he comes on. But to me, he is an activist. And the work of building the black community, he loves black, dark-skinned women. That's another thing, you know. And I was just inspired by him. And I'm just like really honored to have him here. I think we got the king in the building. I'm adding the king to the screen, y'all. We were just talking about you. I just want to finish talking about your books real quick, if I can.
Please do.
Yeah, so I was talking about your book, The Courage to Believe, which is one of the books that attracted me to you. Another one of your books is The Winner in the Mirror. And once again, guys, we are on King Kevin Dorval's website. This is 3 books. Look at this. The Winner in the Mirror. This is another book just full of inspiration. And so I am just really honored that you are here to join me and to speak on, I think as a dark-skinned man coming from your background, your history, I think that you are one of the perfect people to speak on this topic. And so I talk a lot. And what I'm going to do now, we've gone over your website. We've been at your website.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I've introduced everybody to you, and they're real excited about you. I'm going to shut up because the king is in the building, and I'm going to let you take the floor, and I'm going to let you tell us about who you are, what you do, and you just, you know, roll. We ready.
This topic. And so
Appreciate it. Bless up. How everybody doing?
And give me 1 second here. Now, I want people to hear you. I think I hear
a little feedback
in the background. So we're gonna have to, if we can mute it, that way they can hear you clearly.
So how can I mute it?
You can go to, if you're looking at my screen, I'm gonna show it to you. Look at my screen. If you go right here to that volume button, you can push it and you can mute it.
The YouTube is playing. I got you. Okay.
Yes. So that way they can hear you loud and clear with no distractions and no interruptions. So we're gonna go back to King Kevin Dorval's website, which is kevindorval.com. Periodically, I'm gonna be dropping it in the chat so you guys can go directly to the website and you can support this brother. And I'm gonna shut up and let you talk.
Man, I appreciate the love. You know, I heard the good things you were saying in the background. I do appreciate it. Trust me, you know, when the queen supports a king the way it should be, you know, beautiful things happen. So thank you for that.
Of course.
Yes. So I'm still hearing the little feedback in the background. So I guess
okay.
You want to keep talking over it or just
well because I see some people in the chat asking for it to be muted, and I see some people telling me to stop flirting. I'm not flirting.
You is flirting.
What y'all think I'm flirting? Okay. If I was okay, all right. Okay. So if you go to the
I got it. I found it. It,
all right.
It was one of those links I had opened up earlier. It was still running on my computer. So my apologies for that. But definitely, you know, thank you for the blessings and the shout out and all the flirting. You know, you got me out here blushing.
Oh my God! Not okay. All right. Listen, what we want to know your background out of your own mouth. Tell us who you are and why you do what you do.
Well, that's a good question. Of course, my name is Brother King Kevin Dorval. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely in the building. Thanks, Rashida, for letting me on your show to speak to your audience. I'm a mentor, author, filmmaker, bona fide goal getter. You know, I've been grinding for the past like 15 years, you know, everything from my clothing line, One Man Army, One Woman Army, which you see on my products page. Written 3 books, The Courage to Believe, 7 Types of Queens, and The Wind in the Mirror, which is coming out in August. Actually, it was going to come out in June, but it kind of pushed everything back due to the situation in the economy. It makes no point to come out with a book that no one's going to come to the book release due to the situation that we have going on. Other than that, what makes me who I am is just the fact that growing up in the hood and just wanting to have more in life, you know, growing up and raised by a strong Black queen. You know, my mom from Haiti. I'm first generation Haitian here in the United States, me and my siblings. And so seeing my mother struggle so hard and work so hard to make sure we went to school and have the best life we can have here, you know, in Florida. And with that being said, you know, she really inspired me to just keep pushing. So actually the first book there on the right, The Courage to Believe, thanks for putting it up. That just, it tells everything about who I am and what I've been through and been able to accomplish from, you know, my adolescent years and all the way up to where I am now. Very powerful book. As a matter of fact, The Courage to Believe is an inspirational autobiography. You know, it's only $3.95 ebook. You know, $13 paperback. Very powerful, very powerful book. Anybody who has a son, I mean, it's good for women as well and young ladies. But this book is definitely a must-have for any woman or man who have a son that's a teenager or young adult that is somewhat trying to find inspiration, encouragement, or don't know what they may face in life. Now, one of the most powerful stories in that book was when, let's say, you know, I ended up doing some time in jail one time, you know, and I ended up doing a year in jail in Broward County Jail, South Florida, for a, you know, attempted robbery and some dope. I had some dope on me and stuff like that. So I was definitely living a hot boy life. You know, I packed guns, sold guns, you know, sold weed, sold coke. You know, obviously was in a couple of robberies, and I was just a lost Black man, a lost Black king. And that's the problem with our society today within the Black community, is a lot of our young men who are just straight lost, a lot more now than ever, because social media is so prevalent. So everyone's trying to live off of vicariously off someone else's life, not really knowing who they are. And so that book, I found myself, you know, and the cover of that book is a lion, because it's a lion with me in the forest, you know, because me being lost and me being able to find myself. And long story short, you know, I was able to see, as you can see, you know, the face of the lion, and inside the face there's a forest there. So thanks for pulling that up. And so I think that all black men, definitely women should read this real, but all Black men need to read that book, because you're gonna know what you will face in life. So I've been from the streets, you know, I lived life as a crook and living life, you know, being by the book. So everything from A to Z. Fast forward, you know, from that time frame, I was able to graduate college. I graduated bachelor's in political science and minor in marketing. You know, now I live in Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta 2 years now. So shout out everybody who's in Atlanta. Please holler at me. And Georgia, period. And I was able, now I have a very top position in corporate America. You know, I work as a marketing director. So my story is so rare, and it's almost like a Disney World type of, you know, fantasy story, because it's rare that someone come from the streets, going through the system, had a criminal background, was able to pull myself up by my bootstraps and to work on a top position in corporate America. I work for AT&T. I work for a couple other Fortune 500 companies, and now I travel the world and doing my thing. So I help people that have small businesses, and also with their marketing, you know, getting traffic to their websites, which you know, we can talk about it later. But go ahead. I'm sure you have other questions and things you asked me. But yeah, definitely a book that started everything. You know, even my nonprofit is named after that book. Courage to Believe International. We have a chess program. You had the chess program up on your website, and I started that chess program. And I'm gonna let you jump in. We started this chess program years ago, and there's a blog I talk about it in my blog. We started it because we had the annual Black on Black Crime Solutions panel that we started back in 2014-15. And after the first time we had that panel, because we all know there's a lot of crime within our community, and of course there's white on black crime and police brutality, but that's a whole other conversation. I don't want to go left field yet. But we started the chess program because after we had our first annual event on solutions to the crime in our community, Black on Black crime, the chess is meant to teach our youth how to be proactive. You know, we as Black people, we're obviously very passionate, very spiritual, but we are very reactionary. So the chess program was to get our youth to think before you pick up a gun, think before you pick up a joint, think before you go steal something or hit somebody, you know, or get in a fight or things of that nature. So it's a beautiful program. I do have a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So because of that book, Courage to Bleed, it's the root of everything, you know. And I still get excited when I read it and when I think about it.
Wow, your story is just so full of inspiration, and it's like a full, like you said, it's like a movie. Yes. So what I wanted to do is, because I always like to get an understanding, and I'm pretty sure the listening audience does as well. I'm always interested in how someone, like the details, and I know we don't have a lot of time to go into detail in depth, but you went from being in trouble with the law,
okay,
committing crime,
a couple of them,
you know, going to jail. And that's the story of a lot of Black men, particularly dark-skinned Black men. Y'all know I'm the dark-skinned activist. I got to throw that in there. Studies have shown that dark skin prison time. That's a fact. And so what I want to know is, I'm very interested in understanding how, I know we got a short amount of time here, but how did you go from, kind of take us through that. You on the streets, you committing crime, like how old were you? And when did you make this transition to ending up at Florida Atlantic University, graduating with a bachelor's degree in political science, which I have my master's in political science. So that's
really
we have in common, yes.
Okay.
And a minor in marketing and working in corporate America. Like, I want to know how you go from that. If you could just like kind of focus in on that period of time in your life, because it's a huge transformation and it's amazing.
Yes, and thank you for acknowledging that. It definitely is a huge transformation. Truth be told, I've always been in some sort of trouble. I was in the juvenile system, I think, for the first time at about an age of 15 years old. No, 14 years old, going on 15. And just, you know, growing up in the hood, it's all you have around you. You know, just a lot of sex. You know, kids, you know, were having sex from 13 years old, 14 years old. You know, people around the neighborhood having AIDS, and let us know they had AIDS, and people slanging dope, domestic violence. So I was just a product of my environment. And what we downplay a lot is that what's around us is actually going to seep into our minds and actually we think about and we live out. And so eventually that's what I got into. All my friends were slinging dope. If they weren't slinging weed, they were slinging cocaine. And so I got involved in that a little bit. And as I got a little older, about 2021, I needed to make some real money, and just hanging around the wrong people who were, you know, about that life of robbing, and some of them were killing. You know, unfortunately, some of them, I know a few killers. You know, I've seen a few killings myself. To be honest with you, it's not a pretty sight. I know a lot of people, a lot of these rappers, you know, they make these songs and videos about, you know, killing and shooting and robbing, and they really never really did any of that, to be honest with you. They just paid to do that. And so I probably got sucked into that as well, you know, watching, you know, back in the day, you know, Rap City was popping on BET, and you know, songs are still as violent as ever. Now, how did I get out from that? When I went to, and this is powerful too. When I did my year in the county jail, which I almost went to prison. They could have sent me to prison, but the fact that I did something very smart. And I don't remember who told me to do it or if it was advice from a lawyer, but I ended up paying for classes. You know, I signed up for school for college, and I paid for the classes. And when they wanted to sentence me for the attempted robbery, it was attempted robbery with mask. There wasn't no weapon, so there wasn't no gun involved. It really should have been a burglary, and that's a whole other subject. Love to get into. A lot of us we jump into a plea bargain just to avoid long prison times, and we could have just took it to trial and beat it. But as Black people, we don't have that kind of money, and we're intimidated by the system. So we literally are terrorized to jump on these deals that they give us when we really could have beat it and not do any time at all, which in retrospect, what I should have done. But what I did was, I showed the judge the receipt, hey, these are the classes I want to take, not knowing if I was going to be able to take them. So I spent about $1,500 cash, of course, drug money. So I used drug money, paid for some classes, was submitted to, allowed to be admitted to the school. And the judge was like, okay, since you got these classes, you won't be able to take them, obviously, because you about to go to jail. But we're going to avoid prison time, and I'll send you to jail. So by the time you get out, you'll be able to jump into school. So originally it was a Black judge, Judge Elijah Williams. Shout out to Judge Elijah Williams if you're checking out the show. I know you probably catch me on social media, but Judge Elijah Williams is one of the only Black judges in Broward County. It might have changed by now, but I was able to do that. And when I was in there, now this is the main point. When I was doing my time, one day I took it upon myself to reevaluate my life, right? I was thinking like, man, how did I get to such an extreme? My mom didn't work all these, my mom didn't fly over here from Haiti, Okop, which is north of Haiti. Haiti was the land of the Haitian Revolution, which you guys already know what time that is. We'll get into that. If you don't know about Haitian Revolution, read the first chapter of my book, Courage to Believe, But anyway, I took a piece of paper like this, and I wrote a big line in the middle. Took a paper like this. I took a big line in the middle, and I wrote a line across, right? And I put positives on one side as I'm writing right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, and negatives. So I went down the list of all the positive things I had in my life and all the negative things and people that I had in my life. And guess which side outweighed the other by far?
Tell us.
The negative. The negative was like way down here, and the positive was just like not even half the page. And to me, that resonated very like that spoke volumes to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the power of the written word.
Right.
And so when I seen that, it's like it really caused me to think about what am I gonna do now? Okay, you already screwed up. You already effed up. So are you gonna become a career criminal, or are you gonna go back over those dreams you had when you was a young kid with all all the zeal in the world for for a brighter future?
Right.
And so from there, I was able to write a plan. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna go back and play football. I ran track and played football, by the way. That's why I have this physique. I still have this physique, being in shape, because I've been in sports all my life, track and football. So I was gonna go back to school. I'm gonna play football, and I'm gonna start a business, right? And I did all three. I graduated school 2005. So 5 years later, I graduated college. When I went back to college, I went to go play football. I played like one season, to be real with you. I like being so out of shape from the game of football. It's like you really got to be in your rhythm. So I really couldn't they didn't offer me a scholarship at the time, but they wanted me just to hang around and to earn a scholarship. I just didn't have time for that. So I kind of dibbled back in the dope game while I was in school. But then it got to a point where, you know what, this ain't even worth it. I don't care if I'm broke. I don't care if I got a dollar to my name. I'm worth way more. My future's worth way more than making a few $100s a week slinging dope. So I actually sold my phone to a friend of mine who you know, he slung a lot of dope. He might be watching the video now. So I sold him my cell phone for like $200, and that was it. You know, I walked away from it. So from there, the power of visualization and writing down your goals, that's why it's so important. And that's actually the basis, the premise for my new book, The Winner in the Mirror, Activating Your Superpowers, Mind, Body, and Spirit.
Oh, wow. What a powerful story. And what an inspiration for a lot of these young Black males to look up to. I'm just here at your website going through some of the photo gallery with you at different events. And I just love it. I love the transformation. And it lets you know that anybody can transform. Anybody could do it. And so now we're at the point where you're at now. You went through the struggle. You like you said, you pulled yourself up by your own bootstrap. And that's quite a feat to me, because I'm the dark-skinned activist for a dark-skinned man living in America. So now we're here. You're successful. You know, you have 3 books you've written. Once again, the books are 7 Types of Queens, King's Desire, The Courage to Believe, and The Winner in the Mirror. And you guys could go to kevindorable.com. This is the website I'm on right now. And you guys need to support this brother that lives in Atlanta. So now
you can also go to the on the website. We just literally put up a brand new banner on the homepage. You can actually go to it right now, check it out. It's hot. Matter of fact, you're the first. I didn't even put this on social media yet, so people don't even know. Click on the home link. Yeah, and it's a hot new banner. We just dropped it. I'm just excited about everything that.
Oh, look at that. Love it.
It's hot. I just got a phone call 10 minutes ago that my web designer Gary, shout out to Gary, who hooked up his website. So this is brand new. So you guys definitely check it out. And I do accept Cash App. So at Courage to Believe, you know what I mean? That's the Cash App, straight up.
Okay. I want to say shout out to everybody that's here listening. We got people that's joining slowly but surely, but that's okay. We glad you're here. We are, for those of you that are just joining, we are talking to King Kevin Dorable, a wonderful dark-skinned brother. He's the author of multiple books, The Winner in the Mirror, The Courage to Believe, 7 Types of Queens, King's Desire, a community activist, just doing some wonderful, great things. And for me, because everybody gonna take away what they're gonna take away. Y'all need to support. Y'all need to support. And you make sure you keep dropping that link, your links in there. He's dropping the links in there right now. The Cash App is $Courage, the number 2, Believe, King Kevin. So my thing is this. I'm always fighting for the reconciliation between the Black man and the dark-skinned Black woman. And my activism is to get dark-skinned women quality Black men.
Like me, right?
Absolutely. That's always been my goal. People get angry with me, but this is why I do what I do, to reach out to the brothers in the community and say, hey, you know what? We got to, after you went and, you got the education, you got yourself together, you cleaned it up. The purpose of that in my mind, and you can interject, is for the Black man to come back to his Black woman and for us to build. Of course, Black women, we got to do what we need to do. But here's what I want to say.
Okay.
You're at this point in your life. You're doing all these great things. You made so much progress, just a complete 360 turnaround. And I read in your biography on your page that I think you quoted Proverbs 31. You want to find that queen and start a family. That's what you said in your biography. So, well, I want to know, because I got Jennifer. She said you was handsome.
Oh, thank you.
A couple of people claim I was flirting, but y'all know I got a light-skinned boyfriend. I was not flirting. But here's what I want to know, though, because I want Black women to have good Black men like you. So can you talk to us about how Black women, dark-skinned Black women in particular, but Black women in general, when we talk about the relationship, because I know you do coaching, you talk about relationships. How can Black dark-skinned women avoid darkism in the community? And how do you feel about dark? I call it darkism, which means dark skin discrimination. Other people may say colorism. I want you to talk about that in terms of Black male and female relationships.
Oh, definitely. One of the first and foremost, man, we need to get rid of Eurocentric values and standards of beauty. That's what really is the whole darkism thing. That's where it comes from. Us, still holding on and valuing what Europeans consider as beautiful. You know what I mean? And to be honest, the blacker the woman, for me, the more beautiful you are. Because black women. I'm trying to keep it clean here, but black women, yeah, y'all got that wet, you know what I mean? That kiss be, them kisses be juicy, So, and I really couldn't see myself marrying or being involved with a woman that's not a black woman, you know what I mean? I love all shades of black women, to be honest with you. If you black, you in with me, even though I'm African Haitian, some people would say African American, but if you black, you good with me, period. You know what I'm saying? And you got a good heart and you love who you are. You love your culture. Europeans have been successfully working towards getting us to alienate ourselves against ourselves. What I mean by that is we don't love our history. We want nothing to do with Africa. You know what I'm saying? If there's an option to bleach our skin, we doing it. You would not believe the millions of dollars a year black women are spending on lighten up their skin. For what? You know what I'm saying? Because we want to be like Halle Berry or Rihanna or what's the young lady rapper name? I can't forget her name. She's like, with
Cardi B?
Not Cardi B, the one with they say she did plastic surgery on her butt, but she was with Lil Wayne and Drake. She was in that camp.
Nicki Minaj. I
can't. See, I don't even listen to the rap these days because it's almost foolishness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they aren't. I'm not saying they're not real women, but that's not realistic. Why would you want to? For example, I went to Jamaica. I went to Haiti. I went to DR. These three countries, even Bahamas, even London. I was in London. I've been in London 3 times. Mm-hmm. You find black women using these bleach products on their skin, causing themselves cancer, literally destroying themselves to try to appeal to men that aren't even real men anyway. You know what I'm saying? If a man don't love you for who you are and your natural skin tone is black and beautiful you are, you don't need him. You need to get with a brother like me that's gonna appreciate that. Because like I say, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, baby.
No, keep going, keep talking. I'm just listening and thinking.
No, for real. You know what I'm saying? And I did a little research on colorism, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in North Carolina, believe it or not, there was a study done. I believe it was 2012, 2011. There's a study done in North Carolina on the women in prison. There's 12,000 women in prison in North Carolina at the time, and the women that have light skin they get less time by 12%. The women that have light skin, they get less time than women who have darker skin. So
that's the Villanova study. Absolutely. I've read that same study.
You read it? What was the name of that study again?
It's called the Villanova study. I love it.
I mean, that's just sickening. You know what I'm saying? Because that kind of mindset, that kind of thing, and even in politics, there was a study also done that women who have darker skin are less likely to get elected. So the system is built for us to turn our backs against our black queens so that we can embrace the Eurocentric, lighter skin, mixed women. Now, I'm not hating on my sisters that's mixed. You know what I'm saying? I love a red bone like I love a black bone, but I'm not going to be like nothing like Kodak Black or Lil Wayne, because they were saying, oh, they don't date dark-skinned women because light-skinned women look better. And then that's ridiculous. Stacey Adams, you know what I'm saying? Perfect example. She probably would have won if she was light-skinned. Well, what you think?
I'm so happy you said that. See, me and you have a bachelor's degree in political science, and I have a master's in political science. So I'm always paying attention low key to the politics in the black community, even though ironically enough, that's not my focus. But when you brought her up, when you mentioned her, I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Because I believe in my heart of hearts, and I got into a debate with someone that's from Atlanta, born and raised. And I told him, I said, listen, Stacey Abrams didn't get elected, in my humble opinion, because she's dark skinned, she has natural hair, and she's heavyset. And it's so funny that what 1-2 years later that you come on here and you cite a study that found that dark-skinned female politicians are less likely to get elected. And I believe that. Even if we go back to Shirley Chisholm, I believe she was the first black woman to run for the presidency. You know,
it took a lot of bravery too.
Absolutely. So that's like an excellent point that you brought up, and I just had to go and Google Stacey Abrams to give an example of what you're saying about the darkism, or what some would call the colorism in the political sphere for Black dark-skinned women. It's just really sad, but I'm happy that you are affirming Black, because I heard you say you like black women. You said that in the beginning.
Blue Black women, yes.
Yes, the blue black. Y'all hear that? And
Nubian queens, you did.
I think that Black dark-skinned women, I think that we need to hear that. And I'm kind of like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I told you before, I don't have like a definite format to this when I bring people on. I kind of go off the cuff. But before you came on here, there was someone in the comments that I promised him that I was gonna pose this to you, because he wanted me to ask you. There is well, you probably are aware of the YouTubers, some of the black male YouTubers, and their different views on Black women and how they see Black women and that kind of thing. So there's this one particular YouTuber that I've personally been on his platform, and he's been on mine, Game Changer. And it seems to me that you would have like your views on Black women. It's sort of opposite. It's more in the direction of speaking about Black women in a positive way. Yeah, you might critique, but it's very positive. It's nothing to put them down, as opposed to some of the Black male YouTubers who go hard and they're not gentle, they're harsh. So this particular person, Black Caesar, said, ask him to have a debate with Game Changer. And you can, when you get a moment, you can YouTube Game Changer. And yeah, he would like to see how you feel, how you would fare in a debate with Game Changer, which is a YouTuber that has his views on Black women is basically they gotta step up their game, especially dark-skinned Black women. They gotta compete. I call his beliefs a theory of competition, and it's the new darkism for me. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the way that Black women and in general and dark-skinned Black women are portrayed on social media, and how people see us in terms of telling us what we need to do to get a Black man?
Well, it's like this, right? First of all, when it comes to dating, it's going to be competition, period. I don't care if you blue, black, light skin, yellow bone, whatever. It's going to be competition when it comes to men, especially in places like Atlanta. Atlanta is plagued with a lot of homosexuals, You know what I'm saying? I should make a video about that by itself on guys who approach me indirectly. And so that shows me that really is a shortage on real strong, masculine Black men who are heterosexual, you know. So the competition is very steep. Now for a Black woman, I wouldn't even pay attention to people like Game Changer, because you know why? Because obviously men like that, and they don't know nothing about Black women, don't know about Black history, because they knew their history, then they'll know that the Black queens are mother gods. They are the creators of civilization. And in Seven Queens, that was one of the focuses, and actually the direction that I went in Seven Queens was to educate men on the accomplishments and the benefits of being with a Black woman, you know, and why the whole world evolved around our Black queens. You know, at once upon a time, it was women ruling the world. Not that the men were insignificant. They played a very good, powerful role in defending the throne, but they understood their wisdom, their source of energy. You know what I'm saying? The blessings came from a woman. As a matter of fact, a man couldn't become king unless he was crowned king by a queen. Now, we've definitely moved far away from that, because we allow the Europeans to come colonized Africa, took us away from, you know, our culture, our spiritual beliefs, and our way of life. So instead, and here's the thing, and I couldn't find that Game Changer guy, so definitely send me his link. I was looking up on my YouTube, but
let me just, I just wanted to interject real quick because I'm.
Go ahead, please do.
And they're saying, oh, don't, that apparently he's from the what they call the manosphere. Now, some people are saying they don't want you to go and debate somebody from the manosphere. And then some people want you to debate somebody from the manosphere. So I'm just throwing it out there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I appreciate it. And somebody just made a book order too. So thank you for that. Davu Stewart, I appreciate they ordered like a couple of my books. Thank you. Whoever that was. So yeah, definitely let them book sales come in, baby. And I am mailing out books tomorrow as well. So autograph signed copies of you know what I'm saying, my books here. So check them out. All right. Check it right. Now, the Europeans came to Africa. You know, I don't know which part it was, but they came to the motherland, which used to be called Alkebu land, and they realized one significant thing, that the men reverence the black woman. They reverence the females. Women could walk around topless, you know, breast out, you know, and it wasn't no perversion about it. As a matter of fact, to disrespect a black woman back then in times of antiquity in Africa, to even hit, disrespect, or look crazy at a black woman, it was almost like it was sacrilege. You can literally be put to death by it. You're definitely gonna get punished by it. Mm-hmm. Now, Europeans came in and seen that, and they wanted to turn what was working for us upside down. For example, see this pyramid I got right here? Now, if you take a pyramid and you put it upside down, it's going to be very hard to stand because there's no foundation. So the Europeans came in and seeing what was working for us, which was reverencing our mothers, our sisters, you know what I'm saying, protecting them and allowing them to rule. They turned our homes upside down. So now what they've been successfully able to do was to get us to disrespect, degrade our black queens, and even to the point where we're terrorizing our women. So instead of the men protecting and defending our black women and their children in the community, we are terrorizing them in so many ways. I don't even want to get to that subject because it's going to blow my hide, but it's that serious. As a matter of fact, my next book next year is going to be the follow-up to 7 Types of Queens. Kings of Dice is going to be 7 Types of Kings. So it's going to be like a gut check to all men. You know what I'm saying? Specifically black men. Actually, it is specifically for black men. But with that being said, people like Game Changer, I just watched another video earlier. You know what I'm saying? These powerful black men, they get all this money, NFL athletes, NBA, baseball, they get all this money, they go marry a white girl. They go through the struggle with the black queens who were holding them down, you know what I'm saying, protecting them, defending them, cooking for them. They get these millions and go marry a white woman or Hispanic woman. Jeezy is a perfect example. He's one of them. What's that one guy who had that TV? He was trying to sue Comcast and he lost. What's his name?
Byron Allen. Is that him?
Yeah, I know it's Allen something.
Yeah.
He's married to a non-black woman. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That can't be the deal. Because if a black woman is struggling with you, man, don't go sell out to your people. You know, I'm not saying that I'm against, you know, interracial marriages, but that's not benefiting us. It's not helping us move forward. See, that's his wife right there. It's not helping us as a people. One of the things I love, and I always reference back to history, because when history can do two things, right? History can either prepare you to move forward and advance, or can hold you back if you just hold on to history and not really build upon what our ancestors fought and what they built. One of the things I love about, you know, Kemet and also Ethiopia and Kush is that there's countless of statues of black men and women together. So they was giving us that imagery of being together. So instead of his brother here being with a black queen, he got a white queen. Now she could be an awesome woman. You know what I'm saying? She could be. But then again, you can't give a sister a chance to rule that empire with you. Now she's gonna, if They get divorced, she's gonna get millions of dollars. He dies, she's gonna get millions of dollars, and their children. That's gonna benefit white society, not black society, not the black community. And that's pretty much, you know, I want to say about that. And these brothers who selling out and constantly putting women down on social media, or black women down on social media, I mean, they don't know who they are. So I wouldn't even take that serious. I wouldn't even pay that no attention, to be honest with you. Because they obviously don't know who they are, so they don't know where they're going. And so a woman, you should never get with a man who don't know who he is, because he don't know who he is. He's not gonna know where he's going, and guess what? You're gonna be lost with him.
All right, y'all. This is our brother is dropping some jewels tonight. What? Let me ask you this: you're a dark-skinned man.
Oh yeah, blue black. Talk to me.
What specific advice do you have, or do you have any? And I ask you this question as a dark-skinned black woman. My mission, again, I'm going back to the mission, and this is what I've always wanted to see. I wanted to create a dialogue, a reconciliation between black men and dark-skinned black women.
Okay.
Dark-skinned activism, you know, I've said this a million times, and this is the manifestation. Me talking to different black men, even of different viewpoints, is the manifestation of that. This is why I do what I do. So you are a black man, a dark-skinned black man.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice specifically for dark-skinned black women? And the reason I'm asking you from your angle is because I've heard the arguments and I don't know if I'd call it advice. I might call it more so criticisms for dark-skinned women from other brothers on YouTube. But your viewpoint seems to be more from a place of understanding and from compassion. So I want to hear specifically, what do you have to say to the dark-skinned black woman?
Hey, black queens, I'm talking to you directly. You're naturally born beautiful. You're wonderfully made. There's nothing need to change about you. Maybe the attitude may need to change a little bit, but that's because of your experiences. But all you got to do is really to cleanse yourself, learn and know who you are, because by knowing who you are, you're going to be able to love yourself in a healthy way. One of the issues within our community, and there's a few of them, is that we've been taught to love from hate and not from a position of love from love, because of how we grew up. Maybe as a single parent home, many of our homes are single mothers, and still to this day, the same situation. But that doesn't mean that you have to change yourself and your standards to what Europeans consider beautiful. Learn about your African culture. I don't care if you're talking about the Zulu nation, whether it's the Mali tribe, whether it's Nubia, which is, you know, Kush, Kemet, Ethiopia, Egypt, obviously, the Homan. Pick a African nation. Now, I ain't talking about in Haiti or Jamaica, Bahamas, or United States and the plantations. No, go back to the motherland. Learn about the standards of beauty, because all women, which many of us didn't know, and I didn't know it neither, and thanks to people like Dr. Boris Shango. Matter of fact, do me a favor. Besides buying my book, or hiring me to be a life coach, or helping you publish your books, I do help people publish their books as well as a book coach. There's a book by a guy named Dr. Boris Shango, Dr. Ashamuka Boris Shango, and I'll put it in the link here. He wrote a book called African Guardian Angel, right? You can look it up. Black woman, African original guardian angel, and it's by Ashamuka Boris Shango. Put African Guardian Angel, right? This book here is actually heavily quoted. That's it. The second, you got it. Go to no, I'll pull it up for you. I'll pull it up for you. African Woman. It's African Woman Original Guardian Angel. That's the title. Now that book goes into great detail about the significance of the Black Queen. How you came up, how we started calling women black. There you go. African Woman Original Guardian Angel. How do we go from being, you know, guardian angels, mother gods, creatress, queen of the universe, all these wonderful titles? How do we go from there to what we have today? Thoughts, call them, the B word. I'm trying to say it. You know what I'm saying? And being allowed to be degraded the way that we are being degraded, because if you're being disrespected, then we're being disrespected. But books like this one right here is heavily quoted in Seven Types of Queens, King's Diet. In fact, I did a dedication in the introduction of the book to him and his family because of this book, you know, and he was one of the people that gave me the insight on why the black woman is considered God, you know what I'm saying, and where that whole thing comes from. You know, some of the homes in the motherland are built round because it was to represent the womb of a woman. The Europeans has been able to, and rest in peace to the ancestor. He died, I believe, back in 2005. If I'm not mistaken, but he died some years ago. The homes in the African community are built round to represent the wombs of our women. You know what I'm saying? That's how important and valuable you are. So if you're gonna get with a man, get with a conscious brother that loves himself, loves his culture, loves his community. Don't go by the guy, or here's a great tip. Don't go by his social media followers, his YouTube subscribers. Don't go by his cars and watches, because right now and I'm surprised we didn't even talk about it. We didn't even mention the fact that we supposed in semi-quarantine. The situations going on around the world right now. So right now, the real kings are standing up. They're the ones out there feeding the homeless. They're the ones out there mentoring the children, giving back to the community. The real men and women, the real black queens and kings of the community are shining right now. And me and you are shining right now. Why? Because we the real ones. You know what I'm saying? These people who have these millions of followers, 100,000 of followers, they literally irrelevant. All they can do all day is take selfies.
Right.
You do. What else can you contribute to society? So you working hard on your play. Go back to your website. You know what I'm saying? And people need to support your play. Matter of fact, when you come to Atlanta, I'm going to be there. I know that most people might watch it on pay-per-view, but I don't want to watch the pay-per-view. I want to see it in person, live in person in Atlanta. So trust me, I will be there. Matter of fact, I'm bringing my people with me as well.
It's going to be wild. I got to be me. You know, I get ragged on a lot because people, it's a strange thing because, I had somebody on here commenting. They said, I need, if I stay calm like this, I would have a lot more followers, and they don't understand the struggle that I've that's actually not true.
Right.
I've been through because, in line with what you're talking about, respecting Black women and understanding them. And you brought up the brother and his wonderful book, which I hope everybody gets. People don't understand the struggle of Black women, dark-skinned women, and what they've been through. So to that person, I understand what you're saying, but you have to understand, like you said, the real people are standing up. Before I came to YouTube and social media with dark-skinned activism, I was always a community activist. And I was speaking calmly, like I'm doing now, and talking about, this is who I am. This is what I've been doing. And I brought it to YouTube. And I was speaking calmly and speaking nicely, and Black people were really not accepting of it. They were writing me off. And it wasn't until I made a post about a Black man, Kendrick Lamar, and his marriage choice. And I said, look at this motherfucker here. Lauryn Hill say, I add a motherfucker and you ignorant niggas hear me. She right. It wasn't until a motherfucker to that, then that's when I went viral to millions around the world. No lie. So that's not true, what you're saying. And what ended up happening was people then flocked to my channel and they said I was nuts and crazy for calling myself the dark-skinned activist. And what the hell is a dark-skinned activist? But then those people started turning around, plagiarizing and copying my work. They were bashing me, but they said, oh, she getting all this attention. We're talking about dark skin. And I started seeing people ripping off my work. And then as a result, before that, YouTube started growing my channel. When I was talking my shit and adding a motherfucker, like Lauryn Hill said, so you ignorant niggas hear me, that's what was growing my channel. What made the numbers go down, I looked and I said, wait, these people are copying me. They said calling me crazy, but they're copying me. Let me
your style.
take all my videos off YouTube. And I didn't know that YouTube would penalize me for that. I took my videos off YouTube as a result of people copying me. All that work I had did, that is what made it decline. Not me speaking calmly, honey. You're wrong. It was the opposite. It was the motherfucker bitch that got y'all attention. I'm being very serious. And so I said all that to say this. I'm making a point. That's you. Number one, you're wrong. That's me speaking calmly would not have gotten me or may not get me to. It was actually the opposite. I took my videos down, and that's where the numbers declined as a result of people plagiarizing me. So you have to understand, like you just pointed out, brothers and sisters have to understand the struggle of what Black women go through. I've caught hell on YouTube, and I've been going through a lot. You can't just sit here and watch my numbers without looking at the entire history of what I've done from 98 all the way up until now, and the ups and downs in between. And you mentioned these people with these followers. Let me tell you, it's so true. If there was YouTube or not, I would be in the community engaged in some form of activism, as I have. And obviously, and that's why I respect you. Let me get off my website. I'm on this channel because you have a clear track record of community engagement.
Finally, somebody recognizes. Lord have mercy.
Oh no, that is absolutely clear. I'm a fair person. I disagree with what somebody is saying sometimes. I might argue with them, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna respect your work ethic. And you have a clear track record of going from, you gave us your brief story. Y'all need to get that book, The Courage to Believe, because you're going into more detail, but you told us how you went from basically being on the streets, hustling, engaged in poverty, engaged in crime, to this Black man that got a degree in political science from Atlantic University, and working in the community, using that degree to work for Black people. I remember you have Michelle Obama on the cover of your book, Seven Types of Queens, King's Desire. And I remember Michelle Obama in her thesis at Princeton, when they was trying to tear her down, when Barack Obama was first running for the election, she in her thesis at Princeton at the age of 20 something, she posed the question in her thesis, and I read the thesis because they tried to tear her down, but they just made me go right there and read it, and it made me love her more. She said, should a Black person that goes to college, an Ivy League college, or go to college, should they use their degree and their newfound education to bolster themselves in terms of material wealth and their career, or should they take that education and go back to the community and help to uplift their brothers and sisters? And she wrote the pros and the cons, and she came to the conclusion at the age of 20, young, that's why I know she was sincere, that the Black community, if you go get a degree, you go get education, you're supposed to go back to your community and help. And you have clearly done that. It's clear. So I can do nothing but respect it,
Thank you. I appreciate that, and that's something. What you just said is that I wish more people recognize that that there's a clear track record, that I'm someone that's, and people like me and you, and someone who's serious about helping our community. We should have the support when we have a GoFundMe or fundraiser or having a free community event. We should have hundreds of people flocking to it as if we were rap stars or entertainers, but we don't get that kind of love, what I'm saying? Because we're not flossing jewelry and gold teeth and fancy cars and our breasts hanging out and butt shots and this and that, what I'm saying? So it's like, we've been successfully brainwashed to, not support the real ones, what I'm saying? Unless we get on TV or we get, or we get on Oprah, or a rapper recognizes us, what I'm saying? There's a lot of unsung heroes, for example, Rosa Parks, what I'm saying? There's a lot of women that did what Rosa Parks did, but they ain't never get that kind of, what I'm saying, that airplay that Rosa Parks got. Not saying that the downplay, because Rosa Parks was definitely a gangster for the community, but there's a lot of people that don't get the love because we don't have those big names associated with us. So, but I don't do it for the attention. I definitely don't do it for money because, I make a pretty good salary you know, in my profession as a marketing director. Even the book sales, it helps supplement my income, but that's not really my main source isn't from my salary as a marketing director. It isn't from my books. It's from sowing seeds into the youth in the community. And when you go to my channel, I just put my channel up on a YouTube thing. You will see there's videos of me, you know, working with the youth or us working with the youth. So shout out to everybody. Daniel, Bartholomew, Mike Miller, Roslyn Orales, everyone who donated their time to help support the youth, because it's about these kids, you know what I'm saying? Because these children, if we ain't investing in them, what kind of future we gonna have? You feel what I'm saying? Like, seriously, they are the future. So taking, you know, doing that's what pays me. You know, it makes my heart smile. So you know, I'm very, very thankful that, you know, you recognize the work that I've been doing for the past several years, and I'm gonna keep going, you know. But I'm at the point now that I'm ready to get married with a dark-skinned woman and having some dark-skinned babies, you know what I mean, and just live happily ever after in black on black love, baby. Because that's what I'm about.
Y'all heard that? He said he ready to. See, people get mad. They don't want me to be who I am, but this is who I am. Y'all gotta real quick. I just had to. You mentioned the unsung heroes that did it before Rosa Parks, and that made me think of Claudette Colvin. Claudette Colvin actually refused to give up her seat before Rosa Parks. Shout out to Rosa Parks. No disrespect, but because it is my opinion, and I talked about this. Ben talked about this. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know I got to do my braggadocio. I've been the dark skin activist. I've been told y'all that Claudette Colvin is a victim of darkism, and y'all need to give it up for Claudette Colvin, because she. Let me just put up her picture. She got a book called Claudette Colvin Twice Towards Justice. But this is Claudette Colvin. This is her as an older woman, and she should be crowned the mother of the civil rights movement. It's only right. It's only right. Okay, this is a severe act of darkism initiated by those in the Black community. All right, I just had to point that out.
Straight up. Put her name in the comments. I love to look her up and read about it. I like hearing about unsung heroes, you know, because those type of people that I like to research and take some from their life and implement it in my life, you know.
There you go. There you go. And now you said, let's get back on that. I got to get back on this. Now, you said you wanted to marry a dark-skinned woman. Now, can you talk to us a little bit about that? Okay, we know you. I'm happy that you want to marry a dark-skinned Black woman. Yay!
I will marry dark.
Okay, now we got to establish that you want to marry a dark-skinned woman, which I'm very ecstatic about. Okay. What are some of the qualities and characteristics that you are looking for in, other than her beautiful dark skin tone? What are you looking for? Tell us about that.
Definitely a woman that embraces her natural beauty, that wears natural hair. That's very important to me. I don't mind weave here and there, but majority of the year you wear your natural hair. A woman that's into her mind, body, and spirit. I'm definitely into that trinity, the mind, body, and spirit. It's, you know, a lot of people use it as a cliche, but you know, I work out, I read a lot to you know, work out my mind, and definitely pray, meditate. You know, those type of things is very important. A woman that knows that loves herself. You know what I'm saying? That really loves herself. Loves her Black culture. You know, it doesn't matter what country you're from. We all Black. It's all black on black love with me. Those are the things that I'm looking for, and someone that's definitely, you know, I don't mind a woman that has children. You know, and I say that because a lot of our Black queens have children, and you know, men just kind of, you know what I'm saying, ignore them or whatever. But you know, if you have more than two, then I'd probably like, all right, you know what I'm saying. But definitely a woman that's that wants to have children. Let's say like that. You know what I mean? That wants to have children and loves the community. You know, someone that's, whether or not she does community work or not, it would be, I prefer that she does have some sort of involvement in her community to some degree. But because I'm going to be working in the community till the day I die, you know what I mean? And not just here in America. My nonprofit is the Courage to Leave International, and I put international at the end because I've always had interest in working beyond the States, not just in the States, but beyond the States. So we already kind of kicked off a program in Haiti, doing things for the youth there. I did a couple of programs while I was in London. So shout out to my loved ones out there in London. Thanks for the love. And I definitely have plans of going to Africa this year. I was going to go to summer for my vacation, but a lot of traveling won't be happening. But it is what it is. But those are the things, those are my requirements as far as a woman goes. A woman that sees herself as a queen obviously has a connection with God. I have a whole list, so I don't think you want me to go down the whole list. But
no, tell us. No, we want to hear it. You can tell us, you can share whatever you want to share.
Hey, you know what? Years ago, a quick story. Years ago, I was working at this company, and I was on the phone with a lady from somewhere in Florida, and for some reason she would ask me, was I married? And I was like, no, I'm not married. Like, do you have someone in mind to marry? I said, not at the moment, because I was single at the time, very single at the time. And so she was like, well, God put in my spirit to tell you that you need to write down what you want in your queen, what type of woman you want. So what I did was, I just, and it's funny, I always seem to be writing down a list. So I wrote down a list of like everything I wanted in a woman. So there had been like 30 things on this list. And I lost the list. I cannot believe it. After like 5-6 years, I lost the list. But I'm definitely very down to earth. So if you're a woman you're confident in yourself, I've always been told that if a woman's not confident in herself, she's gonna hate me. But if she's confident in herself, she can't get enough of me, because I'm someone that I speak beyond the current situation. So some people take it as being conceited or self-centered. But how can you be self-centered when you also volunteer in the community? But I speak very highly of myself, and I speak very highly of those around me. And so I expect a woman to embrace that as well, because that's what has helped me tremendously over the years. Not speaking what the current situation is, but speaking how I want to see it. Meditating on how I want to see it. Praying as if God, the creator, has already blessed me with what, I want and desire. So some people can't handle that. It's too much for their mind. So if a woman is able to handle that, deal with a visionary such as myself, and then we'll get along, and very, very good. And especially if you are sexy, mentally, spiritually, and definitely physically, we have a lot to talk about.
Oh my God. Y'all hear that, ladies? Y'all, I had some ladies up in the chat earlier. They said he's sexy, he handsome. So,
I appreciate it.
Hey, you single, right?
Yes, but very, very much single. I'm definitely looking to get married and have some babies ASAP on the double.
Y'all hear that, ladies?
On the double. I need to have me some babies, y'all, for real. You know what I mean? I just turned 40. I don't have any children yet.
You got kids?
No, actually, it's very.
Of course. Oh Lord, you a catch. I'm just.
Yeah. It's a miracle, though. It's a miracle. I did have 2 dark-skinned women pregnant in the past. But I finished that story on a personal note with you one-on-one. It's not somebody I was just put on the internet like that.
Right.
But I did have two women pregnant in the past, and it's definitely something I think about all the time. Wasn't all my fault as far as the end result. But I definitely want to have me some babies, you know what I mean, with my queen, the woman I marry. I just want to just shoot sperm out there and just have, several baby mamas. I'm not going out like that. I definitely want to be in the home with my wife and our children, raising our children, loving our children, and helping them grow to be productive members of society.
Do y'all hear that? Do you guys understand that this is what started dark skin activism? Here we have, I'm just pointing out what I'm hearing. I'm listening to you. We have a brother here that he told you a story about growing up in poverty, growing up, committing crimes and like going to jail, turning your life around, getting a college degree, working in corporate America. And now I'm actually shocked. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm shocked that you still like Black women. Because usually when you see brothers that have achieved a certain stature in society and they've made it, they turn their back on Black women. But you are exactly what I wanted. You are the manifestation of what I want to happen in terms of having a Black males who are eligible, who want to start a family, who love Black women, who understand that it is about nation building. You are exactly what I've been fighting for with dark skin activism. Ladies, do y'all hear that? I know y'all do. I know y'all sitting back here listening to this because I'm listening very closely. And no, I'm not flirting with the brother King Kevin Dorval. I don't want him for myself. I'm not single, but I'm not stupid. This is quite clear to me that you are, and we got these sisters that say, oh, there's no available men. I always knew that was a lie. They'll say, oh, there's no good Black men. It's a lie. And you in Atlanta. You in Atlanta. You know what? I almost think you need to be on the episode of you heard of that show, Ready to Love?
I heard of it.
Hey, I think that, let me just Google Reddit. I think you need to go reach out to the producers of Ready to Love, because you need to be up on this show. I would love to see you up on the show. This is Ready to Love right here, produced by Will Packer. And you need to somehow, you would be like a perfect candidate for this show.
You think so?
My God, don't find them on. I know you can find the producers on Instagram. I don't know. They probably be on Twitter, Instagram, and stuff like that. You need to be on this show. Like, this is a show that's produced in Atlanta for they pair up Black successful singles that's doing. You would like be perfect. And we need to have a brother on the show that actually likes dark-skinned women. That's another reason why I'm saying this. Somehow go get in contact with the producers of this show. I don't know how you would do that. I mean, in the social media age, it could be figured out. I'm just loving this. I know I'm running my mouth, but go ahead.
Yeah, actually I saw 1 or 2 episodes from the show before. The woman in that yellow dress, I can't remember her name, but we were supposed to do a business deal together last year. So
you mean this is Shatavia, this one right here?
Yeah, that's her name.
Shatavia, yes.
She was supposed to get me connected with a producer, but that never happened or whatever. But I get on a show like that, man, I'll blow it up. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna seriously consider. I think they're in the 3rd season now, 3rd or 4th season.
Yeah, they're in the 3rd season, and I will be watching. I'm gonna say this, y'all can get mad. I was the first person to do darkism reviews and colorism reviews. I started that. And when they do that, because I actually love this show. I'm a fan of this show. The reason why I'm a fan of this show is because it's about Black love. It falls in line with the relationship with the objective of dark skin activism is reconciling the relationship between the Black man and the dark skinned Black woman. And so I've been watching this show from day one. I love this show. You are in Atlanta. I believe that you could get on this show. You don't have no, oh my God, you don't got no kids. I didn't know you had no kids. You are successful. You love Black women. You are an author, entrepreneur, doing great things. Oh, you need to reach out to the producer. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all got King Kevin Dorval's information here. Y'all can help. Some of y'all, if y'all know the producers, y'all know how to get in contact.
Exactly.
Reach out to them. Come on now. We got to support Black love. We have to fight for it. And let's do our part. I would love to see you on that show.
Oh no, you know what? Speaking of that, I would love to be on that show as well. At least to see how I can get in, because I would definitely promote my products on that show indirectly, of course. But more importantly, I would love to get on Oprah. So I'm hoping that my next book, The Winner in the Mirror, is going to take me to a level of stardom, because the type of book it is, it's going to change the game. Especially now with all the negativity and the depression a lot of people are going through. It's a perfect antidote to depression and people who are struggling with confidence. you know, because once you love yourself and you know who you are, I mean, that makes you even more attractive to someone. You know what I'm saying? Even more attractive to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I think one of the things is I'm too attracted to myself, because now that I understand how to operate my brain, how to take ideas from, you know, a concept to, you know, from the spiritual realm to the physical realm to manifestation, and seeing how things are just working in accordance. You know what I'm saying? Everything's synchronized, you know. That makes me a very highly attractive person, because one, if a woman gets with me, you're gonna be rich, because obviously I'm gonna be a multi-millionaire. So you know what I mean? So I would definitely love to see how I can get on that show and how I can get on Oprah. Because Oprah, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna make a video just to holler at Oprah, because I need to get on Oprah. Seven Queens might not have done it, but When in the Mirror, it's a book that crosses all gender and culture lines. It's a universal book. However, it's something that in the Black community we need to learn how to be at peace with ourselves, starting with our minds, because our minds, ladies and gentlemen, not your dick size, not your coochie size, not your ass or your breast. The most important thing about you is your mind.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? A beautiful mind can go so far. You know what I mean? It can travel so far and accomplish so many things, but without having the knowledge and power to learn how to use your mind to its full potential, you're just gonna live a regular, boring life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you're gonna learn how to believe in yourself, learn to believe in your dreams and goals. I really believe in them. How to put those feelings in those dreams, in your prayers, and to help those things manifest. I mean, now, right now, I mean, you're doing this this show on YouTube, but you know, in the future, man, we're gonna be on a huge platform, bigger than Oprah. You know, talking about this day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, definitely, I appreciate the love and support. I really, really do.
Absolutely. And you know, the beauty of it is that you can use social media and the technology to build your reality, to build what you want. That's the reality of it. And I'm not opposed to going on anybody's platform, but as far as building for yourself, you can absolutely use the power of social media and the power of technology to be able to build whatever reality you want. You just have to go out there and get it and work for it. So that's what it is. And so I want to ask you, do you have any events coming up? What's next?
Oh, definitely. Well, there was a big event that we had coming up in July, but that has been postponed to 2021. So it was going to be a big book signing. But what I do have coming out is my documentary, The Courage to Believe. It's a documentary that has the panels that we've done, the Black on Black crime, and also motivational messages throughout the film to our people. This film is for our people, you know, showing them how similar stories to mine, you know, people who came from nothing to something, you know, people like, for example, Willie Gary. You know, those who don't know who Willie Gary is, I'm sure you probably know, being in political science. Willie Gary is, you know, one of the wealthiest attorneys in the country. He's Black, and this man grew up on a farm with no shoes.
Yeah, I know who. I'm gonna go ahead and keep talking. I'm just,
yeah, you know what I'm saying. He has, you know, 10 Bentleys, you know, 10 Bentleys, you know, two private jets. You know, he ended up buying the hotel he used to work in. He bought the whole hotel, turned the whole floor, you know what I'm saying, to his you know, his office. And so I was privileged to be able to work with someone like him. And very similar to what you said, that you like my track record. When I reached out to his people and someone who worked for him, you know, I was able to reach her, and she told him about me. So he looked me up and he said, and his exact words, "I like your track record. I see you someone who is going somewhere and you're doing something for our people, and people like you I support." You know,
right.
so I was able to listen. This guy is so busy. They had me booked to speak with him 4 months in advance, right? 4 months out, they had me a appointment for me to send his office and interview him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but one day, After they made that appointment 4 months, out, 2 weeks later, I get a phone call. Can I come to this office tomorrow?
Oh, wow.
Someone canceled. Can I come? And she said, if you don't come, we understand, because I know it's last minute. I said, listen, I'm there. I called in sick, told my cameraman, hey, we're going to hit the road, and we was out of there,
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So we made it happen. So definitely a powerful story. This guy, he sues people like Microsoft, Disney World, NYPD, Miami PD. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's done some of the biggest cases in the country. As a matter of fact, before Johnny Cochran had passed away, him and Johnny Cochran was working on suing the U.S. government. You know what I'm saying? Over slavery. But that wasn't part of our film. But we had a private discussion about that because, they had nothing to do with the film. And I kind of want to keep things according to what we planned on. But anyway, people like him, Hood Diesel, who also went to prison, but ended up becoming this popular rapper, getting a big record deal. We have people like the school board members, community activists such as myself, or we have the brother from Hidden Colors, you know what I'm saying, Dr. Kaba Kamin, you know what I'm saying, brother Kaba Kamin, he's also in there dropping some knowledge, fire knowledge in the film. So it's really helping our people, you know what I'm saying. Yes, we are in an ugly situation as a Black nation. However, it's not hopeless. So through using different examples, I was able to put this film together, and it's beautiful. Right now, we are putting together the subtitles, so it's finally coming out this summer. And of course, The Wind in the Mirror be coming out in August. You go to the online store, and The Wind in the Mirror. So that's the book I was talking about right there. That's the game changer I was talking about. And so that's all I have coming up. And of course, I'm helping people doing one-on-one life skill sessions. So we can always talk about that. You can email me. You got my website. Send me a message through the website, or email me at info@kevindorver.com, or DM me on Facebook, Instagram @Courage to Believe. Man, I'm not too hard to find. You just gotta holler at me. I'm here.
All right, so let's just take a look at your website real quick. So the website is kevindorver.com, and if you guys want to contact, you go there and click that contact button. I'm just clicking on stuff just to sort of demonstrate to help people out. And you can obviously fill out the send a message portion of it, or your website is right here, and even your phone number is there. So everything is there. Your services that you offer: keynote speaker, internet marketing, CEO, book coaching, and you also you do life skills coaching as well. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a lot of people that I meet all the time that are trying to figure out how to accomplish, how to overcome, the adversity, or how to manage their time. People come to me all the time. How do I manage my time? Why can't I go from point A to point Z? And so with people who are finding themselves stuck, a lot of times they have all the money in the world, but they find themselves stuck, and they just don't know what else to do. I get contacted, by people like that. So I can do 30-minute session to 15-minute sessions. We can do work with you every week, month to month, however, until you get to where you want to be in your life. So definitely hit me up on that. My fees are $25 to $50 an hour, depending on the situation. If you're in Georgia, I'll drive to come see you, or we do Skype, we can do Zoom, FaceTime, whatever it takes to get you from where you are to where you want to be, mentally, spiritually, and physically. And of course, as I mentioned, I do work out a lot, so people hit me up for personal training or workout advice. And I will show you my six-pack, but I'm not gonna do that. So people ask, how do you get your six-pack like that, or how is that able to work out, and how do I properly breathe, and what do I eat? I'm not vegan, but I do eat a lot of veggies, smoothies, things to keep myself healthy, energetic. I can do 60 push-ups right now with no problem. Wow. Most in my age, they can't do 20. Even guys 30 years old, 20 years old, they can better do 25. I hit 60 right now. I can show you these guns though, but and this is without the gym, because we all know the gyms are closed. So so definitely that's what's going on with me. So yes.
All right. Well, I would definitely like to thank you. This has been a very enlightening and a good discussion. I really enjoyed it. I'm very happy that you came on, and I just appreciate learning about what you do. Once again, I want to let everybody know. Make sure you guys go to King Kevin's website. It is kevindorable.com, and they can, like you said, people can follow you on Facebook. Can you give people your social media?
Yes. There's a page with all my social media on there. It should be on the media. See the media takes my press release. As a matter of fact, scroll down to the bottom of my website. Scroll down to the very bottom. The bottom has all of my links, all my social media right there. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, you know what I'm saying? LinkedIn, Instagram. Instagram is at Courage to Bleed. Definitely check me out at Courage to Bleed. I keep it popping, positive messages all the time, and I'm just excited about life. You know what I'm saying? I just can't be depressed, and that's the problem some people have. It's like they want me to be they want me to be depressed with them. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very energetic person. I'm not always happy go lucky, but for the most part, I'm very consistent in positive energy, and that's what it's about. Nobody's always happy all the time. If you are happy all the time, I think something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? But me, I keep it balanced. You know what I'm saying? And meditation is definitely key. Meditation and prayers are definitely key to my sanity and to my success. So, but definitely reach out to me, King Kevin in the building, baby.
Well, y'all know what to do. Y'all know exactly what to do now. So y'all go to King Kevin's website. Once again, that's kevindorable.com. Thank you to the people that supported already by buying the book.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And we're just gonna. Oh, we forgot to talk about what's your YouTube channel. That's right. What's your YouTube channel?
Just scroll down to the bottom. You're gonna see it again. It's gonna be either the last or wait to the bottom. Wait to the bottom. The first link, the YouTube.
Click that on real quick so that you guys will know where to go. And I'm gonna just throw in the link here. Make sure y'all subscribe.
Please subscribe. Please subscribe to the
channel.
And
that right now. Let me just drop that link in there. Subscribe right now, because you over here
right now, please, right now. Do it right now, baby.
Exactly. So
the last video I did was on Brother Ahmad, you know what I'm saying, and his situation. That video's fire. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check that out. I did a video with my brother, Anonymous State Thug, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to him. And also that last one right there, the New World Order, that one got about 1,600 views. 1,500 views. That was dope right there. I really put a lot of energy to that one. And so, there's 2 videos I put out. I'm going to put a lot more videos out. I'm just real busy with this documentary, with the editing, putting the subtitles in. I'm so excited. I'm going to go independent with the documentary. I was waiting on a deal from Sony Entertainment, but they playing games with me. So I'm going independent like Master P and Easy E did back in the day. Straight out the trunk, going block to block, hood to hood, all over the country.
It's coming. It's already here because you work so hard and you're so talented and you got so much to offer and so much to give. So a person like that can't help but get what God has got for them. So is there anything else that you want to say before we close out? Anything you want to say? I'll let you.
Yeah, I'll definitely close out with this. No matter where you are in life and whoever's listening, if you could do me a favor, including you, Rashida, I want you guys to say this. This every time I go speak at a school or church or wherever, I always use this, you know what I'm saying, this message, which is SBE. So repeat after me. Speak it.
Speak it.
Believe it.
Believe it.
Execute the plan.
Execute the plan.
Amen. So keep speaking your dreams until they come to fruition. I don't care if like you have no chance in heaven they'll come true. Definitely keep speaking it until you begin to believe it, because once you keep speaking it, things start to come into your universe, your atmosphere. Trust me, I have done it plenty of times. It's like a natural, supernatural gift, God gave us. And then execute the plan. What plan? The plans that you have written for your life. Every day, boy, now I don't do it as much as I used to, but since I'm so conditioned now with what I have to accomplish, but on a regular basis, sometimes I should do it twice a day. there's a journal that I have. It's in my bedroom right now. But it's a journal that I read every day, sometimes twice a day. Those times I read it 3 times a day. I continue reading it and reading it, and just until I start believing that these things are going to accomplish. And guess what? Out of those 69 goals that I had written down, I've accomplished 23 of them.
Oh wow!
3 of those
amazing.
goals, right? And I've been doing this since 2007. So, and I don't plan on stopping. So you guys who have your goals and your dreams, continue reading them, continue speaking them, and don't give up on yourself, especially now. You know what I'm saying? If you ever feel like you feel a little depressed, you need some words of encouragement, send me a message on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, or email me. You know what I'm saying? If we get to the point, you need my phone number, we need to talk, I'll do that. But do not give up on yourself. There's people waiting to be blessed by you walking into your purpose. So when you walk to your purpose, there are many people who will be blessed, people that you don't even know, people you may not ever meet will be blessed through you walking your purpose out. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you give up, then you initially, you know what I'm saying, are forfeiting your destiny. You don't want to forfeit your destiny. You know what I'm saying? So allow me to be of service to you. Allow me to help you. I don't care what it is. Help you publishing a book, help you your film, your business, or just life in general, even a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what to do with this no good man or this no good woman. Holler at me. I will get you right. So with that being said, God bless. Thank you so much for the support. Allow me on your show.
All right. Thank y'all. So we're going to end with that. Y'all have a wonderful evening. And we are out. The world's first and only dark-skinned activist with King Kevin Dorval. Good night.
Thank you, Rashida. Bless.
Welcome.